Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. We are 12 days away from kicking off the 2025 season. Kind of surprised me last night during the fan call-in members only stream. Josh Heupel has named QB1. Now, it probably comes as no surprise to most of us. Joey Aguilar is going to lead us in to that Syracuse game in just 12 days. Where's your confidence level at? Do you have confidence in Joey Aguilar to lead this football team in 2025? Look, he transferred from App State to UCLA, ends up in the trade swap with Nico. Now he's at Tennessee, threw for over 3,000 yards in 2 seasons, both seasons at App State. In 2023, he threw for almost 4,000 yards, set the single season record for passing yards and touchdowns in that 2023 season at App State. His numbers fell off a little bit in 2024, didn't have as much talent around him at App State. His head coach actually ends up getting fired. He makes the transfer to UCLA. And what everybody is talking about when Joey transferred into Tennessee from UCLA is those interceptions. Yes, he threw for over 3,000 yards in both seasons. Yes, he set records in 2023, but he also threw for 24 interceptions in those 2 seasons. Does Josh Heupel's offense improve that? He's never had a quarterback throw for more than 5 interceptions in a season at Tennessee. Vols have actually thrown fewest interceptions in the country over the last 3 years. So can this offense clean that up for Joey Aguilar? But again, name started late last night. What are your thoughts? He's not afraid to make plays. He's going to put the ball in traffic. He's going to try to fit it into tight windows. He's gritty. He's a competitor. Everybody's calling him a gunslinger, athletic, wants to play physical, doesn't mind contact. He's not a dual threat guy. He's not a running quarterback, but he can extend plays with his feet. He's good throwing off the run, good throwing off of play action. I think Joey Aguilar is going to be just fine. And yes, we are 12 days away. It's time to talk ball. I'm excited about that, but it's also time to talk recruiting because we have a big week on the recruiting trail. The number 1 ranked running back in the country is coming off the board tomorrow morning. Savon, a 5-star running back. 5'11", 200 pounds out of Mineral, Virginia. We've been following this thing, waiting on this decision. He plays his cards close to the vest. So what's the decision going to be? Coming off the board tomorrow morning, 11:15 a.m. So wake up, pour your coffee. We're going to go live right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network at 10:30. We're going live at 10:30. Coach Jay will break down some film. We'll take you guys all the way up to the decision. You can see the graphic on the screen there. It's Tennessee, Michigan, Ohio State, and Georgia, but we all know it is either Tennessee or it is Michigan. Last year as a junior, rushed for almost 1,700 yards, 26 touchdowns, averaged 10.8 yards per carry. Look, we've led the conference in rushing. We've seen elite backs. We've seen what Dylan Sampson did last year in this offense. He set records, set the single-season rushing record, touchdown record. He was electric. But we saw the year prior to that, we saw Jalen Wright do it. We've seen Jabari Small have success in this offense. We've seen Deshaun Bishop, a guy that when he committed to Tennessee, there was an App State hat and there was a Coastal Carolina hat on the table. He chose Tennessee. He elected to bet on himself, and he came to Tennessee. And a lot of people questioned, wait, is he a walk-on? Is he actually going to be a scholarship player at Tennessee? And now he is making plays in this offense. I think Peyton Lewis is going to make plays in this offense. What happens when you get that 5-star? What happens? We talk a lot about does Josh Heupel's offense need an elite running back? Maybe it doesn't. We've led the conference. Is Dylan Sampson elite? He sure does look it. Was Jalen Wright elite? He sure did look it. But they weren't 5 stars. Charles Power over at On 3 has said that Savon could be have the most potential and the highest upside of any running back in several cycles. Not just the class of 26, but several cycles. How much better could Josh Heupel's offense be if you had that elite 5-star running back? Now, going over to VolQuest, seeing what Austin Price is saying, he was giving Tennessee the edge most of the way, coming down a little bit on his percentage, but he said, hey, honestly, I just don't know. And that's the thing. Nobody knows. We're going to find out tomorrow morning. AP said that Hyder has gone completely dark in decision-making mode. I would say that decision is probably locked in. We're going to find out tomorrow morning. Steve Wiltfong over at On 3 kind of leans Michigan, and that's where they've been on this thing. AP tends to kind of think Tennessee is out front. AP thinks that they are in the lead. Steve Wiltfong thinks it's more Michigan. He says, I still think Michigan is in a strong position for the top-ranked running back, Savon Hyder, but nobody knows what he's going to do. Tennessee is certainly giving the 5-star a lot to think about. So again, join us live tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. We will take you all the way up to that decision. But there's a lot of talk out there about a number one ranked wide receiver in the country, Tristan Keys. We've been talking about. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Is Tristan Keys on Flip Watch? We're going to talk about that first. We're halfway into this video, and I've not even asked you guys to do that YouTube stuff for me. Smash the thumbs up down there below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy, it helps the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. If it's your first time here on the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not journalists. We don't pretend to be that. What we are is exactly what you are. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop videos. Again, going to go live tomorrow for Savon Hyder. Talkin VAWLS live Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We play EA Sports College Football every Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Those are a lot of fun. So we're doing 2 live streams tomorrow. We'll go live in the morning. We'll go live in the evening. And then every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It is a train wreck. It is a car crash. The fan call-in members only stream is a lot of fun. If you hit the join button down below for $1 a month, you get access to those live streams. But why are we talking about Tristan Keys? Been committed to LSU for quite some time. You know, we've been saying, again, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. All the experts, all the insiders are saying, keep your eye on Tristan Keys. He could flip at any moment. Austin Price over at VolQuest has said that he didn't see him just decommitting. He doesn't think he's going to decommit and go through the process and take visits and all that stuff. He thinks it's just going to be, boom, decommit, announce where he's going, and then it is done. But look, it's a 5-star wide receiver. It's the number 1 ranked wide receiver in the country. You're going to have to recruit Tristan Keys, even if Tennessee is able to flip him. You're going to have to recruit him all the way to the finish line. Again, number 1 ranked wide receiver in the country, 7th best player overall, trending to Tennessee, but commits to LSU. You may be saying, so Boogie, why are you talking about Tristan Keys flipping? We've been talking about this for months and just waiting on this to happen. Well, there was a full-blown Twitter meltdown over the weekend because of this tweet right here. And look, I get it. I've used this guy's tweets before, and people want to let me know, Boogie, he's a troll. He's a troll. He never tells the truth. He's just seeking attention. That may be the case. But we're going to take a look at this and break down why this created a Twitter meltdown. Big Orange Monster says, breaking news. Breaking news, 5-star wide receiver Tristan Keys has taken LSU commit out of his bio. Is this the end of the Tristan Keys and LSU? There have been rumors of Tristan Keys flipping to Tennessee, a.k.a. wide receiver U. Will we see Keys in orange? Now, I have no idea. I don't keep up with what these kids put in their bio, what they remove from their bio. But you can see the screenshot there. It does not say LSU commit. So did it say that previously? Was this something that really makes you think? Again, when we're talking about not if, but when, we're looking for the timing. It would be pretty convenient timing to remove that LSU commit out of your bio if you're doing something soon. So did he? Well, we'll scroll down. Somebody says, I like AI. Well, trust AI. This guy says, at Grok, is this true? AI spits out the result. He says, yes, Tristan Keys has removed LSU commit from his X bio as confirmed today. Rumors of a flip to Tennessee persist, fueled by recent visits and NIL factors, but he remains officially committed to LSU with no public announcement of change. So Grok AI is confirming that he did take LSU commit out of his bio. So I think that's worth noting when we're talking about timing. Where there's smoke, there is fire. I have believed since the moment that Tristan Keys committed to LSU that Tennessee was still going to flip him back. I have been riding this train since the day he pulled the trigger. And look, he was trending to the good guys. He was trending to Tennessee. He took that visit to LSU, visit high, pulls the trigger, commits. I still felt like Tennessee had a shot to work this one back. Within the last couple of months, you kind of seen all the experts and all the insiders putting the information out that, hey, this is very realistic that this is going to happen. Again, AP says he doesn't see him decommitting. Going to pull the trigger and just flip. Chad Simmons' most recent update says when Flip Watch comes up, Tristan Keys is always in the conversation. The 5-star from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, made a surprise commitment to LSU in March, but that hasn't slowed the interest from other programs. Tennessee is viewed as the biggest threat, with optimism in Knoxville that Josh Heupel's staff can pull off the flip. Texas A&M is also firmly in the mix, and Miami is working to stay alive in the race. For now, this recruitment is LSU's to lose, and the Tigers are doing everything possible to hold on, but this situation will be one to watch all the way until December. So does something happen now? Is now the time? And guess what? Like I said, even if Tennessee does pull this off, even if Tennessee flips Tristan Keys and gets him in the boat, you're going to have to continue to recruit him all the way up until signing day. But how about this class of 26? What if you land Savon Hyder? What if you flip Tristan Keys. You land both of those guys, you've got 7 players now ranked in the on 300. You would have the number 1 ranked running back in Savon, the number 1 ranked wide receiver in Tristan Keys, the number 3 overall quarterback in Savon, the number 2 and number 4 athletes in Celeste Moa and Joel White, the number 6 and number 7 linebackers in Braden Rouse and TJ White. And how in the world are you going to stop that offense? How do you stop an offense that has Faison Brandon, Savion Hyder, Tristan Keys, Tyreek King, who's ranked 128, Legend Bay, who has legit track speed in the slot, and then Celeste Moe was icing on the cake. Icing on the cake. Everybody thought he was going to Utah. I didn't really talk about the kid much on this channel. Josh Heupel gets it done. Tennessee gets it done. How do you stop that offense? But we are going to have all eyes on Savion Hyder and Tristan Keys. What are your thoughts? Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise, the brand new TN theme shirt, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. All the links are in the description below. You can support by joining the channel by hitting that join button, but there's a link in the description to do that as well. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.